If you get better quality meat, nutrients will get a bit better. Also, the nutrients in meat are much more bioavailable than the nutrients in plants. This is a common argument of carnivore people and those who just don't like eating plants. Let's debunk it. First, we have to understand where this idea comes from. It comes from the fact that if you look at plant protein versus animal proteins are what we call a complete protein. This means that they have all the essential amino acids that are required for your body to build muscle. Plant-based proteins, on the other hand, are not complete protein sources. They do not have all of the amino acids that you need to build muscle. Therefore, theoretically, this has not actually been shown in studies, more on that in a moment. In order to get adequate protein from plant-based sources versus animal-based sources, you need to eat a combination of plant-based sources. This, theoretically, again, the research does not actually agree with this, would mean that you need to eat more plant-based protein to get the same muscle growth stimulus as you would to eat a similar amount of animal-based protein. Okay, so back to what the research says. There are some studies that show animal-based protein is slightly superior in certain circumstances for muscle protein synthesis. But most of these studies are studies that assess just this: muscle protein synthesis, changes in muscle protein turnover, things that aren't actually direct measures of muscle or strength. Also, the studies that show animal-based protein to be superior generally use a singular source for their plant-based protein source, i.e. it is not a complete protein. Basically all vegan protein supplements nowadays they come from a variety of plant-based sources, so they are complete protein sources. So using a singular plant-based protein source in these studies is erroneous. When we actually look at studies that directly measure muscle growth and strength performance from people who eat plant-based sources that are complete protein sources and people who eat animal-based sources, we see that for all intents and purposes, people get the same results.